Since it missed, what it actually does here is it lands and it shifts just a little bit away there. So it's obviously pretty mobile. The second one does pretty much the same tactic. It leaps down. Its acrobatics is a 28, definitely a success. The attack is 16 minus 2, so it as well misses, and it lands and kind of just springs quickly to the side with a shift. Okay, so this is initiative now. Vai'cairn rolls a 16, and the jaguars get 9 and 8. So Vai'cairn is first. He sees there are these two jaguars, and he knows that he is going to have to fight for his life, and he may die. So he, first of all, enters the tyrant's rage. He lets out a fearsome howl, which is like that of a great predatory beast, intimidating and fearsome. As he lets out this shout, he thrusts his long spear. He's going to attack the smaller of the two. His attack is a 20 minus 2 is 18 versus will. So it's actually attacking the will because this is literally a primal fear attack. That is it's a 20. I'm sorry, it's an 18 to the will. That's a hit and does 24 damage. As well, dazes that jaguar. So he thrusts his long spear, stabs it powerfully, and immediately the jaguar's bestial feline mind is feeling a immediate sensation of fear and panic, and it can't quite think clearly. It is dazed until it saves. As well, that bloodies it. So he has started off with actually a pretty good start. That could have gone way worse. He is now going to use his move action, and he will move back some. All right. Next, the smaller of the jaguars, which is dazed, is going to... It only gets one action, so it's going to charge using its predator's pounce once again. This time, Vai'cairn is aware of it, and thus gets to trigger his threatening point feat. So he will make an opportunity attack as this thing charges him. The attack is 26 minus 2. That is 24, so that's a hit. He deals 5 damage, kind of a minor poke. And then the jaguar's attack roll is a natural 1, so that is an automatic fail. It makes or attempts a save, or it rolls its saving throw, and it fails. The larger of the jaguars, it's a little more cautious, and it doesn't want to run upon this spear that he has positioned out in front of him threateningly. So it is going to move up and then bite. That is a 22. Minus 2 is a hit. It deals 10 damage and grabs on. It latches on to Vai'cairn. He is grabbed. Okay, so it is now Vai'cairn's turn. First of all, as a minor action, and this is because he is in this Rage of the Tyrant, he can, as a minor action, once per round, push each adjacent enemy 1 square back. He basically lets loose this fearsome howl, and just out of instinctive fear, it causes the jaguars just to back up, and he literally pushes them back through force of intimidation. So that gets him out of the grab. Again, luck is somewhat on his side so far. So he is now going to attack with Recuperating Strike versus the one that he already bloodied. The attack's 10 minus 2. It's a miss, and he is going to move back some more, trying to get close to that fallen log. The smaller jaguar, it is hurt, it is dazed, it does not want to run up on his spear once again. It is going to use the full defense action, just kind of protects itself, and it makes a saving throw failure. The larger jaguar, it is going to charge and use Predator's Pounce, because really that's what it's best at. That's how it works the best. Triggers Threatening Point. Vai'cairn makes his opportunity attack. 19 minus 2 is a hit. He deals 6 damage. And then the Jaguar's attack is 11 minus 2. It misses. And it actually gets to, again, shift if it misses with that charge bite. So it's going to shift just a little bit over there. Back to Vai'cairn. He attacks with Recuperating Strike, this time targeting that larger Jaguar that's near to him. His attack is 25 minus 2. Hit. He deals 13 damage, so a decent hit there. And with Recuperating Strike, he invigorates himself as he strikes his foe. The glory of battle fills him with confidence. He gains 7 temporary hit points, and he is now going to move behind this log. It's just a big fallen log overgrown with moss and that little bits of undergrowth and those heavier plants over there. The smaller Jaguar is going to move, still being a bit cautious. It goes behind that tree some. It makes a saving throw. It rolls a 10. That is a success. That's exactly what it needed. The bigger Jaguar moves. It actually moves up on top of the log. So it is getting a +1 to its melee attack for having high ground. However, it does not have cover because it's not in the undergrowth any longer. So it moves up there. It bites. That is a 19 minus 2 hit. It only deals 3 damage. It just kind of barely grabs onto Vai'cairn with its teeth. He still has 4 temporary hit points. And he's actually at 30 hit points. I don't know if I forgot to mention that or not, but he started at 40. That's his new maximum. And that one attack that he got bit with took him from 40 to 30. So now he just loses some of his temporary hit points, but he is grabbed once again. Okay, back to his turn. He's going to attack with Pressing Strike. This one actually does more damage now that he is raging. His attack is 14. It's a miss. He'll use his minor action to push the Jaguar back with his Tyrant's Rage little fear thing that he does there. And he's going to stay behind that log because he's kind of liking that for the moment. Okay, the smaller Jaguar still is not in the best of positions. So all it does is it moves, and instead of charging again and risking getting hurt, it will use its full defense action once more. The large Jaguar moves up back on top of the log. It bites. The attack's 21 minus 2 hit. This time deals 5 damage. Vai'cairn has no more temporary hit points, and he goes down to 29 hit points and is grabbed once again. Vai'cairn attacks. He is going to use Recuperating Strike. He misses with that. He'll push the Jaguar back once more. Next, the smaller Jaguar, it moves in there, kind of circling to the other side a bit. It bites. 24 minus 2 is a hit. It deals 10 damage. Vai'cairn, again, takes kind of a nasty bite. He goes down from 29 to 19. He is bloodied. It grabs him for what it's worth. The big Jaguar moves. It goes back on top of the log. Misses with its bite. Okay, first, Vai'cairn is going to use his minor action to push them each 1 square. He lets out a howl and then attacks with Resurgent Strike against the bloody Jaguar, who he knows he has landed a couple good hits on. Okay, Resurgent Strike barely misses. 18 minus 2 is just a narrow miss. He then moves. He's going to use Archai Athlete to gain a little extra distance. What he's trying to do is make it to where that one Jaguar cannot move and then bite. It would have to move and then charge. That way, it's having to make a gamble just to be able to attack him. The smaller Jaguar, it moves and nervously makes its charge. Threatening Point is triggered. He hits with the opportunity attack and deals 10 damage. This Jaguar, he knows, has taken a few good hits, and it's starting to bleed quite a bit.